Everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Hey guys, can you hear
Good
me?
evening, sir.
Is my voice is clear?
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir. It is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Last time I assigned one task to you. So how many people have finished the first task? That task. Today. Please make your voice mute. Okay. Say. So who will explain?
Sir, with your permission, I would like to start.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, sir. Thank you for this session. As today's topic is the roles and responsibility of the SAP FICO consultant. So the SAP FICO consultant is an individual who plan, design, and implement or deploy the SAP ERP system. So if we see, then this implementation or the roles and responsibility are mainly divided into two types. The first one is the operational level, and second is the strategic level. So if we discuss about the strategic level, then there is no involvement of the SAP FICO consultants. As we know that for the successful implementation of any work, we need a proper plan, and for this proper plan we need a high level of knowledge and experience and expertise, right? So that is the reason only the top level management peoples or the high level management peoples involved in this process. So the main primary objective for them is that they first of all recruit the SAP FICO consultants from different modules. Then after they arrange a meeting, a kick-off meeting, where all the SAP FICO consultants get the chance to meet with each other from different modules. As we all know that the SAP ERP system is an integrated process, right? So, so it is very much required for all the SAP module consultants to have a good coordination with one another. In this meeting, the high-level manager or the project managers explain the project objectives, project plans, the business client process, and what are the client's expectations from us. So that was the strategic level. The second thing is our implementation. Strategic and okay, sorry, strategic level, and the second one is operation level. So in the operation level, here we see the involvement, the active involvement of the SAP FICO consultants, where they actively take the paths. So here we can see different stages. The first stage is data collection and data collection and um, data collection and okay. So what was the point? Okay,
No problem. You continue.
Okay, data collection and data implementation. Okay, let's just okay, if we discuss this level, then here the primary objective of the SAP consultants is to collect the data from the client. Then the SAP consultants collect the data, analyze the data, and find out the gap between this. If you see, then these data are mainly divided or three types. These are three documents, we can say. The first one is as is. So this says that the raw data which is shared by the client to us or to the SAP FICO consultants. And the second one is the to be data. So here we see that the expected, we can say that this is the SAP document. This is the expectation of the clients. And the last one is the gap analysis document. So it is nothing but the difference between the as is and to be data. Here the SAP consultants will try to find out the gap or the difference between these two and try to analyze and fulfill the client's requirements. Here also, the SAP consultants try to find out what are the advancements or what are the improvements the client want. For example, if a client wants some improvements and this improvements is very difficult to configure. So here the SAP FICO consultants also connects with the ABAP or ABAP consultants to make this configurations possible. So the next thing is comes our implementation. So this is, we can say, this is the backbone of the whole SAP system process. Here the SAP FICO consultants configure all the activities that is made in a business process. This configuration is also divided into two parts. The first one is our baseline configuration, and the second one is the final configurations. In the baseline configurations, we see the configurations that are related to the day-to-day activities of the client. For example, the sales, the purchase, the vendor, then the customers, house banks, tax related, all the related configurations are made under this baseline configuration. The second part is the final configurations. So after configuring all the modules, we see we need to integrate these modules, and this is the most high level configuration we can see. So in this stage, or in this stage, we need to do the final configurations. The next level comes our troubleshooting. So troubleshooting is nothing but the testing of the product and testing of the system, and find out the errors, if any. So here the SAP consultants try to find out the they test the system that they have configured or integrated. They try to find out what are the errors they face, or what are the issues they face while using this SAP module or SAP FICO module. They try to find out what are the integration issues also they find or face during this session. And the next thing comes our SAP end user training. So here we can see that being the developer or architectures of the SAP FICO module. So the SAP FICO consultants have the better understanding, better knowledge of this SAP FICO system. So they give the training to the end users who are our clients as well. Here the responsibility of the SAP end user is to give the support system as well. In case if the end users get stuck somewhere, or if they don't understand some settings or some configurations or some postings or whatever it is, so they can take the help, they can raise the tickets to the SAP FICO consultants, and the SAP FICO consultants will support them to resolve this issue or to find out the solution. The next level comes our documentation and compliance. So the documentation and compliance means this is one of the another responsibility of the SAP FICO consultants, where sorry, where the SAP FICO consultants create and maintain the technical reports in SI methodology and in ERP system. The SAP FICO consultants under this label also maintain the compliance details, such as the tax related details, which will be helpful in the audit period or audit time that can be set with our internal and external auditors as well. And the next thing come our MIS report. So yeah, this is the another responsibility of the SAP FICO consultants, where they also configures the MIS reports, which is required by the top level management. Yeah, that's it. And if we want to explain in one sentence what are the roles and responsibility of the SAP FICO consultants, then I would say that the main roles and responsibility of the SAP FICO consultants is to analyze the client's business process and map the same thing in the SAP system. Thank you, sir. That's it.
Okay, great explanation. But say, whatever the things you are explaining, so in your own way, but I didn't read that document which I shared, right? Okay, so
yes,
you are explaining all the things which I already given in the class. So the same thing you are explaining, but you didn't see the document. Okay, so you are not using that document terminology, but anyhow, very nice explanation. But we are expecting only that document which I shared. Okay, so there are more some of the important areas we specifically mentioned in the document. Okay, that one terminology will not be worked out in real time. Okay, so
Okay,
you
sir.
need to follow that document and the same you can present it over here, and we will give you one more opportunity. So please prepare the document and explain in that way only. One terminology should not be worked out. Okay. Thank you. Anyhow, nice
Okay.
explanation.
Thank you, sir. So I would like to say another thing. I mean, these sessions are, it's really helpful. This will help us to
I think
open up
yesterday
our
some of the
mind.
people already shared, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hello. Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
So
I was saying
Tanya,
that this.
Caesar,
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Nabikam. Hello. Yeah, anyone explaining?
Hello,
Who
sir.
is next?
Hello.
Yes, explain, man. No problem. Please
This is
explain.
Nitin. Hello.
Yeah, Nitin, please.
Sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity. The roles and responsibility of
So
the
can you please
SAP,
raise your voice a little bit?
the roles and the responsibility of the SAP FICO consultant is they have major responsibilities. As number one, they are involved in the strategic activities, not at the top level of the management, but he is responsible for taking the requirement from the project manager through various kick meetings. And on the second stage, he is responsible for the operational activities. In the operational activities, he is responsible for preparing the blueprint document, and which analyzes the gap between S to B and is to B. At the third stage, he is responsible for the implementation stage. In the implementation stage, he is responsible for analyzing, designing, configuring the SAP system and testing of the SAP system, and provide some enhancement if which may be useful for end users. At the stage of enhancement, he also go for the integration integrations of the SAP FICO modules with the various modules. Uh, After enhancement, and the other stage comes as troubleshoot stage. In the troubleshoot stage, he is responsible. He's only responsible. He's solely responsible for all the functional and the technical problems which the client is facing. And he is a bridge. He acts as a bridge between the client and the ABAPers, the technical persons, and works on the RISEP objects. Works on the RISEP object with the ABAPers. After the troubleshooting, the next stage comes is of training. He is only responsible for providing the training to the end users. Being a SAP FICO consultant, he at this stage have to uh, solve various ticket problems which the client is facing in the system, depending upon his preference. And after training, he is responsible for preparation of the documentation which are responsible for the internal or auditing. Monthly documentation he have to prepare. And after documentation, he is responsible for MIS system, management information system, providing management information system. And as a financial consultant, at the last stage, he is also responsible for the operational cost, reduction of the operational cost, suggesting any measures which can reduce the operational cost of the client and adhere the budget of the client. Thank you, sir. That's it from my side.
Okay, fine. See, you are also not explaining the document which I shared yesterday. So please prepare the document, and whatever the terminology is there, the same you need to present it over here. So anyhow, nice explanation. Thank you. Who is next?
Sir, Tanay here.
Yes, Tanay, please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, all. The SAP FICO consultant is responsible for all SAP-related projects, mainly SAP FICO projects, and will perform the analysis, design, documentation, configuration, testing, and other support-related services to the client, so that it can fulfill the requirements of the client. The FICO consultant closely works with the client to deliver, maintain, troubleshoot, and other functionality development in SAP, so that the work can be go smoothly for the client. It mainly focuses on value addition through its knowledge in SAP FICO as well as other modules, so that client can perform the functions very well, and so that the FICO consultant can do its value addition with the help of its knowledge in SAP FICO modules and its integration with other modules as well. When we discuss about the functionalities and responsibilities of SAP FICO consultant, it starts with the strategic level, where it mainly focuses on the plan and architect based on the SOP, based on the SAP and its knowledge in the SAP FICO module as per the business requirements. As per the business requirements, then it mainly focuses on identify and upgradation to SAP system for its client by getting knowledge through its business needs and the business process by going through the business process of the client. And it mainly focuses on development, improvements, and by defining better methodologies and processes to go with a smoother integration process with other modules. In operational level, the client will share the as-is documents to the SAP FICO consultant, with help of which he can go through the business process of the client. In second stage, he prepare 2B documents by knowing the whole business process and put its efforts to prepare the business process blueprint, and which helps to with blueprint, so that client will also can understand the better process which is shared by him in as-is documents. He also prepare in operation level the gap analysis documents by analyzing the as-is document and which is shared by the client, and the 2B document which is prepared by the SAP FICO consultant. In implementation level, mainly two types of configuration that we face. That is one way baseline configuration. In this, he analyze, construct, test, and implement the financial process into the SAP system. In final configuration, he mainly focus on the controls and application development for better integration solution with other modules. For better modules. In implementation stage, he also focus and prefer to address all the project status, escalation issues, and manage timelines and action items as well, so that he can implement the process in a better manner, which will not create any issues at the time of in the testing phase. In the troubleshoot level, he mainly addresses the issues of the end user that he faced during its implementation in the client system. In this phase, he mainly focused on the focus on the plans, and he mainly focuses on the plans and try to fix the issues and try to provide the solutions to its clients. He also identified the integration issues, if any, that client face, so that he can also provide solutions for that as well. And he tried to keep its connection with the SAP service desk and to provide problem solutions to the client. In the in case of end user training phase, in case of end user training phase, the SAP FICO consultant train and provide the application support to the client. He also define the process to the client and end user, as well as to the business stakeholders if required. And he tried to keep an eye on all the development functionalities, changes, upgradations in the SAP, so that he can, if any challenges that arises in the SAP, he can solve that one. After that, in documentation and compliance phase, the FICO consultant should try to maintain all technical documents as per IS methodology and other SAP related projects, so that if any issues comes in later, so that he can provide the documents and comply with the legal consequences. In this level, he mainly focuses on all those documents information which is related to the, or which is required by the external internal auditor of the company, so that if any in future, if any issues arises, so that he can provide the document solutions for that. In the MIS and report stage, the main responsibility of SAP FICO consultant to configure the financial reports to the teams that they need it, and so that they can perform their work with the help of the report which is given by the SAP FICO consultant. So the SAP FICO consultant is mainly responsible from the planning stage to the live stage, and during that phase, if any issues arises, it is the responsibility of the SAP FICO consultant to solve that one. So this is from my end, sir.
Okay, very nice explanation. Almost you covered that document, right?
Yes, sir. I prepared that.
So we are expecting the same thing. Nice explanation. Thank you.
Yes.
And who is next? So who are going to explain right now? Anyone? Next, I think, who is next? Noor? Mauli Kumar?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, sorry, sir, I haven't prepared for it. I already noticed that. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, I was much occupied today.
Name? What's your name?
Noor.
Okay, Raju and Nabi Khan. Mauli Kumar, Sridhar. Okay. Nabi Khan Patan. Patan, are you there? Can you hear me? Lavanya. Okay. See, next time, so people who are not explained, so next time please explain. Okay, so please prepare the document yesterday which already shared to you. So please prepare the document. Okay. So I will stop recording.